Welcome back to Houston Life. LGBTQ plus youth who have been kicked out of their homes because of their orientation, gender identity, or gender expression find themselves without a place to live, a hot meal, or even access to the internet to find jobs.
Yeah, the statistics are alarming, but there is one local organization helping with those basics and providing a safety net. It's called Grace Place, and here with more about why their work is so essential in our community, Courtney Sellers, Executive Director, and Kenny Easley, Case Manager for Grace Place. Welcome to you both. I'm so glad we're talking about this because I hear people say often, but it's easier now to be a young person. People know they're not alone. But when we look at the statistics, the feelings of helplessness, loneliness, the suicide rates, and the fact that LGBTQ plus youth are disproportionately more likely to find themselves kicked out on the streets, that's exactly why Grace Place exists, right?
That's right. We provide a place that we can meet the needs of young people experiencing homelessness, especially those that are LGBTQ plus, in a space where you're also kind of creating healthy and long-term relationships, where you know that there are adult mentors there who really care about you.
Because you lose more than just your home whenever you lose your resources. You use the adult guidance. Like, those things are just as essential as our basic needs, food, shelter, so on and so forth. So
that's right.
Grace Place provides so much of that because you have so many people there, like Kenny, working with people and making sure that they can get the resources they need in the community.
And Kenny, we mentioned you're a case manager. What was your relationship with Grace Place? How did that begin?
So initially, when I was going through my situation, I was led to Grace Place by one of my friends, and I was going there for services, and God blessed me to be in a different position to where I am now able to give some of those services back, to where I'm able to really put some smiles back on some faces. And it really warms my heart to be able to just do that and understand that it's actually making a cause and, it's helping the cause, actually.
There's something great about that circle, right?
Yes,
like we go through things and we don't always understand why we're going through a struggle, but then when you get into a position to give back. Also,
and giving that support system back because not everybody has a support system. So when you do get removed from the support system that you were born into, it kind of puts you in like a loner situation. And with Grace Place, it's like a round table. We eat dinner together. We congregate together. We go on breaks together. We do everything together. And so it gives that support system back to those who really just lost it.
And Kenny, you know firsthand what this is like because you experienced homeless yourself. At what age did you find yourself living on the street, and how did you get there?
I initially was couch surfing. When I moved back out to Houston, I was living on a couch with my friend, and it humbled me in so many different ways because you can have everything one day and then the next day it could be completely gone. And so going to Grace Place, finding and praying to God and Him leading me to different opportunities, it put me in the space that I'm in now. And so I love it. I love it. Yes.
That's amazing. It's empowering.
Yes.
It's empowering because not only are they getting resources when the youth are there at Grace Place, they're seeing someone who's made it to the other side.
Yes.
You're able to say, no, baby, it's okay.
Yes.
I promise you, there is a future past this situation. And right now you may be trying to just get A, B, C, but I'm down here at X and W and T.
I always tell them, use me as a living example.
Exactly.
I'm close to their age, so it's like, I'm not that far off. If I can do it, you can most definitely do it.
If you can see it, you can be it.
There you go. That's a Christina Moss quote. Courtney, how did this all begin? Because 2010 is when it started, and that was not too long ago. And there's been a lot of change in the world over that just little more than a decade.
Yeah. So Grace Place isn't a religious organization, but we did come out of an LGBTQ plus affirming church in the heart of Montrose. At the time, it was called Grace Lutheran Church, and now it's Kindred. Members of that community had experienced homelessness as youth themselves, many of them, and they were looking for a mission. They noticed a lot of young people in the community didn't have a safe place in the evening hours.
Okay.
And so that's how we came about. We seek to serve dinner. So a lot of young people have places to go during the day, but it's those evening hours that are really critical, especially for LGBTQ plus youth experiencing homelessness. They need a safe place inside in the evening.
Yeah.
Of course, and that's really where loneliness, the hour of the day when loneliness can kind of set in. Job skills, even access to Wi-Fi. There are a lot of things that a young person experiencing homelessness, whether they are LGBTQ plus and they've been kicked out by their families, which is just unfathomable, but it happens happens every single day, or if they've turned 18 and they've aged out of the foster care system. And so things like Wi-Fi, access to job searching help, or even a safe place to sleep and live temporarily, these are all resources that Grace Place can essentially pipeline them into, right?
Yeah, so at Grace Place, we work with a network of other providers in the community that serve youth and young adults experiencing homelessness. So we can help a young person access all of their ID documents. You mentioned the disproportionate number of youth that age out of foster care that become unhoused. So without those critical ID documents, it's impossible to get housing or a job.
Or a job.
So that's something that we help with. In addition to that, we can help connect the youth that come to Grace Place with housing opportunities, both within the homeless service provider network, but also outside of it. We're all about creative solutions.
And I mean, I've even been there before. I've been to Grace Place many times, and we've done all kinds of fun events together.
Yes.
And I've seen you do clothes for people who do job interviews. I've seen you give toiletries to people. I've seen you give bus passes to people. Like, you guys have done so many amazing things for the youth.
Thank you. That's true. One of my favorite parts about Grace Place is Tracy's Closet.
Yes.
That's our boutique style clothing and toiletries closet. And actually, I styled my outfit today out of there because I wanted people to see that we have really cute clothes for our youth. It's important to us that they feel cool and young and hip when they're out. So that's one of my favorite places. And we actually named it after Tracy Sinkle, one of the Black trans women that was murdered in 2019.
Oh, wow.
And she was a Grace Place youth. So it's just kind of an extension of the safe place we provide.
Well, it's a lovely tribute to her life, and you both do look young and hip. So you're doing something right. Hey, we're out of time, but very quickly, the community, many people I'm sure want to get involved, and you all have a really cool fundraiser coming up, and it's called the Big Queer Quiz, and this is an annual Pride Month fundraiser and House of Gingerbread, which is a holiday-themed gingerbread competition that's happening later in the year. But how do people get involved?
Yeah, so our Big Queer Quiz is on June 23rd at the Houston Cider Company up in the Heights, and it starts at 6. You can get more information about that on our Facebook page and also get tickets and register to come.
Okay, we love that. Courtney Sellers, Kenny Easley, thank you so much for stopping by Houston Life and making our community stronger.
Thank
you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for
We're so happy to be
us.
here.
And in the meantime, if you would like more information about how you can support Grace Place, you can visit our website, HoustonLife.tv. Just look for that scene on Houston Life section.